guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Runa. Happy Friday. It's Foundation Friday. If you're new to my channel, I test out a new foundation every Friday, so be sure to subscribe down below if you'd like to know about the newest foundation, the newest launches every Friday. The majority of my Foundation Fridays are focused on brown girl friendly foundations. I'm out there trying to find the best foundations for us brown girls and color matching and everything. We talk about everything. Today, I'm going to test out the newest launch from Urban Decay. It's the Stay Naked foundation. So I'm going to go ahead and take you into a clip of me going to Ulta Beauty where I checked out their console. When I was there, I saw that they replaced their old foundation. I guess they no longer do the naked skin. Now it's called Stay Naked. This packaging is beautiful though. I would really like to appreciate this packaging because look at that. It's like three-dimensional. Do you guys see this? That is so pretty. So 10 on 10 for the packaging. Basically, it's their weightless liquid 24-hour foundation collection that they just came out. Newest launch. I also went ahead and picked up the red corrector. We'll talk about this as well. This is their Pro Customizer. They also have a white one, but I didn't need the white one because I really didn't need to brighten up my foundation. I did get the red one because I do have hyperpigmentation, so it made sense to go ahead and try this one out. And then I also went ahead and bought their correcting concealer as well. This is the correcting concealer. I know a lot of you guys have given me feedback that if a foundation comes out with a concealer, you'd like me to test out the concealer with the foundation. So that is exactly what I'm doing today. So the Stay Naked foundation is $39, which is typically how much an Urban Decay foundation usually runs. It's anywhere from $35 to $40. This is more of a prestige brand, so it's gonna always range on the higher end of expensive foundation. And if you guys go into my description down below, I'll give you full details on what color I picked, how I felt about this color. Of course, I'll explain it here too, but if you need to reference anything, a lot of the information that I share in this video, it's down in my description box. I'll also provide you with dupes that I believe this might be similar to. If you want to know that opinion, it'll be down below in the description box. Also in the description box, I have shade references as well, so you guys can know what other foundation shades I am in other brands. So if I am the same color as you, you could go ahead and test it out. A universal shade that everyone talks about is MAC. So I'm a MAC NC42, so you guys know shade range. In this shade, I got a 51WY. When I did the Sephora foundation match, they did 50WY, but I didn't think so. When I went into store to pick it up, I was like, ooh, that 50WY looks really, really light. So I went with 51WY and I ended up really liking how it looks on my skin tone. Stay Naked foundation actually comes in 50 shades, which is super cool and super impressive, which is very normal for Urban Decay since I can remember. Urban Decay was always a brand I always geared towards because I felt like they catered to my brown girl skin. They catered to me. They even had a girl, I don't remember her name, but I follow her on Instagram, but she was like one of their lead artists that did all the Urban Decay videos, and she was actually a brown girl. And I was always very like, oh, like a brand has a brown girl. Representation really does matter, and that's why Urban Decay till this day has been one of the brands that I've always geared towards because I've always felt like they complemented and catered to brown girl friendly products. And for Stay Naked, they actually used Lizzo Beat, who is a music artist, and she's plus size. She's very body positive. So I really love to see Urban Decay always representing everybody, and they're always just very like, I know this may sound annoying to say, but they're always very woke. Urban Decay is a brand that's always very woke. They're always very aware of what's going on in society, and they try to cater to society. Like they try to cater to their customers. They're very high on representation, and I love that about Urban Decay. Decay is really big on advertising that they are vegan, they're cruelty free. This is a lightweight medium coverage foundation. It's supposed to last 24 hours, but I'm not going to test it out for 24 hours because I will die. I don't think I could live with having makeup on my face 24 hours. Or should I fall asleep with this on? No. I don't think I'll make it. The design of this foundation is very, even when I bought the packaging, so when you go into store, you're gonna be able to see this right here. If you look onto their packaging, they have this 51YW. So the 51 is the intensity, shade intensity. The W is for warm master tone. So that's like what you are. There's warm, cool, and neutrals. I tend to like to go with a more warm tone or even a neutral tone. And Y is the undertone. So it's yellow, red, oranges, like, I mean, is there an orange undertone? I don't think so. Yellow, red, and olive. And it's very like brief on all their claims. They're not like super huge on any like, oh, it'll make your skin this, it'll make your skin that. They're not really big on that. They're really big on just saying it's 24 hours, it'll minimize your pores, it's matte, and they really emphasize on the design of shades. So that was really interesting. I think that's very forward right now because that's the big focus on complexion. It's all about shade range, undertones, design. The more unique of a foundation you can come out with, like, it is a amazing time to be a foundation lover because the amount of foundations that are coming out, it's like, whoa, and I love it because I love trying out new foundations. And then also they give you like pro tips and they tell you how to do light coverage. They tell you how to do medium coverage, and they also tell you how to do full coverage. So if you're going to do a medium coverage, you're going to use a blending sponge, which is a beauty blender. And if you want full coverage, they say to use a foundation brush. And yeah, I think they're very accurate in that. This is a horrible picture of her, but that's the girl that made me fall in love with Urban Decay. I have no idea what her name is, but she's cute. She's so cute. I love her. So I know you guys always like to know some details about my makeup. I just want to let you guys know really quick what I have on my face. On my eyes, I have the Urban Decay Born to Run palette. I love this palette. It's one of my favorites. I am doing 5 looks with this palette, so you guys should look out for that. I'm trying to go through all my eyeshadow palettes and do 5 looks with each palette just for fun, just to get my creative juices going. For my bronzer, I also have the Hoola Toasted Bronzer on my skin. So this Hoola Toasted Bronzer, it is intense. It's really nice for a brown girl, but it is intense, like super, super, super intense. So only a little goes a long way. If you put too much on, it's gonna look really muddy and super insane. For my highlighter, I have on my Laura Geller Gilded Honey. This is like my holy grail highlighter. This is my favorite highlighter. It just looks so good. It's subtle, it's cute, it's not intense. It just molds onto your face. No grittiness whatsoever. It's a very smooth pigment. My lips, I have on the Morphe Ofra. This is like a collaboration with one of bloggers. This is the lip liner in vinyl, and then on top of that I have this color Kinda Sexy on top from MAC Cosmetics. This is one of my favorite nudes. It just looks always really pretty. It's soft and nice, and I like this as a combination. It's kind of a burgundy lip liner with like a pinky nudie look, and it just kind of gives you like those va-va-voom lips, and I'm living for it. And then I have eyeliner on, and you know, the etc, etc. Everything that I have on right now, even my earrings that are from Forever 21, everything will all be linked down below, the full face. I'm really trying to incorporate that into my foundation videos now, where I tell you guys my full face details, and you guys go down there. I get a lot of questions, so I wanted to just like share it all down below for you guys. Before I go ahead and test out this foundation, which I'm super excited to test out, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys that I put on the Farsali Skin Tune Blur Perfecting Serum. I can never remember this name, but I really, really love this primer because it just like blurs. It does what it says. It blurs your pores and makes your face look snatched with foundation on. And I also find that whenever I use the Farsali Skin Tune, my foundation does not budge. If it's a really good foundation, it won't budge. But if it's a sucky foundation, it will budge. But most of my best foundation moments have been with the Farsali Skin Tune Blur. So the first product that I want to definitely test out is the Stay Naked Pro Customizer. It's a up to 24-hour wear. So this is basically a corrector. They say it's a customizer. It's buildable, full coverage, flexible, breathable. Does not transfer, real skin matte finish, corrects the look of imperfections. It's waterproof, vegan formula, does not contain animal-derived ingredients or byproducts. Point of this is basically to customize your foundation. If any of you guys are not familiar with what red concealer or a red product like this does, it basically helps with hyperpigmentation. So if you can look at my face, I have a little bit of hyperpigmentation in this area. Obviously, majority of my hyperpigmentation is over here. If you can see, my cheeks are lighter and my forehead is light. They're all pretty much one even color over here. My hyperpigmentation really exists over here in my chin. So if you can tell, this is how the brush is. From the side view, you can see it's a little slanted, and it's supposed to basically hug the curves of your eye, like, you know, your face. And I think that's a really interesting brush. I find it pretty intriguing. I'm not sure of how little or how much I need of it, so we're just basically gonna test it out. So let's go ahead and put it in my challenged areas. We'll put them over here. Some would say I went a little overboard, but I would say we okay. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go ahead and take I really love using this Real Techniques brush. It's a Face Expert brush because it's like a buffer. I personally think I did put on a lot. It does blend really nice. It's not transfer proof. It does bleed a bit. It could be that I put too much on. This is, yeah, very pigmented. This is gonna be really cool, and this is, you know, it's gonna be a little scary because this foundation is a medium coverage foundation. I don't know how I'm about to do this. So it looks like I am in over my head right now with all this red on my face. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in first with a brush, and then I'll go in with the Beauty Blender. You guys always know that I love testing different techniques on my face. I like to see how a foundation will perform with a brush, and I like to see how a foundation will perform with a Beauty Blender. I like to see the difference. So this is the Morphe Y6 brush. I love using this. I'm gonna go ahead and shake this up because I always feel like shaking up foundations just makes it blend better. Oh, this packaging is just to die for. It's so fucking beautiful. Stay naked. So I'm just gonna go in with my regular 2 pumps that I always do. I always do a good 2 pumps. And I'm so glad I went with 51 because at first, look at that, it just like covers it. And it's not even blending, like, it's not even bleeding. Like usually red will just, oh my God, there's other red concealers that I use and it'll just make my foundation super red. No, that's not happening here. You guys saw, I was panicking because I put too much red on, but this is, wow, impressive. You know, Urban Decay sometimes has had major misses with foundation. Sometimes their all-nighter foundation was maybe the worst foundation I've ever used. No offense, Urban Decay, I love you so much, but you know, and I love Urban Decay's that one brand that I'm gonna go in with, and it's a very liquidy consistency. The consistency is super liquidy, but it's not a bad liquidy. It's like a good liquidy. I definitely think this will be something you use with a brush. I don't think this will be a very good foundation to be used with what's that called? A beauty blender. I think I would need a brush. When it came to the red concealer in my chin area, like this area, you can't really see it that much, and I think it's because I got to blend a lot out. I still think you should use way less of a red concealer than I did. Of course, I like to do things for experiment purposes. I like to go on the extreme side just to show you guys how something performs and how it doesn't perform. Day to day, I wouldn't even put that much red concealer on. Day to day, I don't always do red concealer either. I do it mostly if I'm going to be being photographed or something like that, and still it's always a small amount. I did this just to show you guys how the foundation performs, how the red performs. Definitely your face shouldn't look like this. It should be far less. But this is just really nice. I feel like when I was able to blend it out and make it look faint like this, it really worked. Over here where over here, sorry guys, I'm having a hard time talking today. Too much coffee. Over here where underneath my eyes, I wasn't able to blend that much product out. I feel like it's always really hard to blend products out under your eyes, so less is more always under your eyes. But this is like, I mean, this is like medium coverage to full coverage. Like this is basically full coverage. Yeah, you can't even see like the redness under my face at all. That's what 2 pumps look like. And then we're just gonna go ahead and press this in. Oh, huh. This is pretty impressive. Even with a beauty blender, it's going on pretty good. Wow. Wowzers. This is also the Stay Naked Correcting Concealer that came out with. I got the shade 40NN. As you guys know, I like my concealer to be a little bit lighter. So we're just gonna go ahead and put that in. Okay, this is like significantly light. I could have gone a little bit darker. Okay, this concealer is going on pretty good. When it comes to blending it out, I feel this concealer is a little bit difficult to blend out. It's not as smooth to blend out. Concealer has a little bit of a drying vibe to it. It's a little dry-y. Like it's not my favorite concealer. I'll say that much right now. It feels a little dry, in my opinion. Feels a tad bit dry. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and wear this foundation for the rest of the day and we can tell you guys how's it going. Is this a 5 or a 4 or a 3 foundation? Wait till the end to know. Hey guys, so I just had some lunch and I'm now here chilling, looking at the foundation. I've had on the foundation for about 6 hours and now you can see in detail what the situation is. So as you can see, there is cracks into my fine line and there is like a lot of going into my fine lines, but I can easily smudge those out and easily just smudge it out. I think I just went in with a lot of product. I think I put like 3 layers of foundation on. I don't know why your girl was foundation happy today. So I think that's just the cause of that. And that's why that's happening. Also, I just think my skin was really dry today. Here's the forehead. Forehead looks really good. And it's because I barely put any foundation there. I only put like 1 pump of foundation. And the forehead looks really, really, really nice. Overall, even like cheek value is really nice. Overall, I think this foundation looks really, really nice. This foundation does oxidize. I did notice a significant amount of oxidize. From the bottle, it actually looked lighter. But since okay, so when I used the Sephora app to check my shade, they did give me a lighter shade because I feel like they know that it's gonna oxidize, or it was said that it'll oxidize, so you want to like quote somebody like 2 shades lighter, because I think this does at least oxidize like 1 shade over, because when I got my initial selection for foundation I thought like, damn, that's too light, but I understand why. Urban Decay always has like oxidizing foundations. It's very normal. I've experienced them always having oxidizing foundation. So I'm not surprised that this foundation is oxidizing. But so far, I think I like it. I like how I look. I'm definitely going to incorporate a selfie right here without flash. So this is going to be the natural light selfie right here. And we'll see. We shall freaking see. Hey guys, so I like literally never left the house, but before the sun goes down, it's about 8 p.m. already. I wanted to do my last check-in on this foundation. It's been about 12 hours. I started to wear it at 8 and now it's 8 p.m. So it's probably a little over 8 p.m. So I wanted to show you guys how it did in a 12-hour wear. See, it did not bad. I have naturally dry skin, as you can see by my crusty dusty lips. So it actually still had the creases right here. And I'm telling you guys, I think that was because I just put on like so much. I literally put like 3 layers on. I don't know what I was thinking. A little bit of setting powder will definitely correct all these little creases. This is a matte foundation, so it can be really, really drying. So you gotta be really, really careful on adding too much powder or adding too much of anything. This product is goes a long way. Even though it's medium coverage, I think more of spot building will work. So like put on one even coverage and then put on coverage in certain areas that you need it more. This foundation is perfectly good for that. So oh, let's do the forehead check, you guys. So I'm very proud of the forehead. Like, look at how smooth the forehead is. Unfortunately, over here, it wasn't as smooth and as pretty as I would like it to have been. Oil control, definitely there's a lot of oil going on. The oil control was not the best, but I mean, nowadays, I just put jelly on my face the other day, and I guess like the oily slick look is in right now. So like, you don't really gotta worry if your face is oily. Like, let it oil up. It's okay. It's the trend. I'm gonna give it a 4.5. I thought a 4.8 the first 2 hours because it didn't crack, but a 4.5 because the shade range is amazing. It's 50 shade ranges. I really like the design that they went into. They went in with the intense color, then the undertones, the warmth. Like, there was a lot of thought put into this foundation, and I really, really like that. The formula is amazing. It's really good compared to any other formula that Urban Decay has came out with. Their foundations have always been kind of a hit and miss for me. The Done and Undone foundation is like pretty much my favorite one that they have. This is like basically like a better coverage than that one, and then I don't think this one has any SPF in it. The other one does. The Done and Undone. Why do I never get names right? What kind of human am I? What kind of beauty blogger am I? But anyways, yeah, a 4.5 for amazing shade range. The formula is great. Stay power is great. 12 hours is pretty good. You should not be going to sleep with your makeup on. So this whole 24-hour like thing that they do, that's just a marketing, like this is a marketing, it's like a marketing hype. It's like clickbait. It's just a marketing hype. But it does wear for 12 hours. It did go through sweat. Today was a super, super hot day. That's probably why you see a little bit of my face being a little sweaty and shit. But yeah, other than that, I think this foundation was great, 4.5. Remember, down below, I'll have links for this foundation. Also, color references and all sorts of like fun foundation information down in the links. I do hope you guys try this foundation out. If you've already tried this foundation out, comment down below and let me know. Tell me what you think about this foundation. Would you try it? Would you not try it? Let me know down below. I love talking about foundations with you guys. I love that we are a community here, and I love doing these videos. So I'll see you guys in the next video, and thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.